Nutanix Cloud Clusters NC2 on AWS makes it super easy to integrate with any other AWS cloud service. This is due to our native networking, where workloads that come on to the platform will get a native AWS IP, which is fully routable. If you're looking to add more storage, sure, we have Nutanix options with Nutanix files natively on the platform and Tech Preview with EC2 images, but we want to use an AWS service, so we're going to deploy a storage gateway. In our NC2 portal, we have a cluster up and running. We see that we have a couple hibernated. We're going to deploy a storage gateway onto this cluster. So first, we go into our AWS console, hit Create Gateway, give our gateway a name, pick the time zone that we want to deploy into, pick our Amazon S3 file gateway, which can be used for NFS or SMB. And so this appliance is going to act as a caching device to get super fast access to S3. Now we'll hit Linux KVM because we're running AHV, and it's going to work just fine. Now, flopping over to our Prism element, we see that we already have one gateway deployed. We're going to create an additional gateway, create VM. We already have that image uploaded. Give it a name. We'll pick the same time zone. Assign some CPU. Give it some memory. We'll add our base image, clone from our image service, where we have our storage gateway. Hit next. Now we need to add some caching drives. So we'll add 2 drives into our environment. We'll add a NIC. This NIC is AWS subnet that we already have added to our cluster. We'll give it a static IP through our reservation with AHV. And hit save. We'll power on our storage gateway. We'll launch the console. It's up and running. Now we can go back to our console in AWS and finish the configuration. So we know the IP already because we assigned it ourselves, 135. We're going to make sure that our service is private using VPC hosted. We have an endpoint already set up for the service. So you can, if you didn't have one, you can just create one here, but this allows access to AWS services using endpoints, so you don't have to go over the internet. Hit next. Now, here's our gateway details. Activate gateway. Now it's going to bring up our 2 drives for local cache that we can then select. So we'll use both of those drives for caching. We're not going to do any logging for this demo. You can integrate it with CloudWatch, but we're not going to bother. Hit configure. And just like that, we're up and running. It's that easy. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.